Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. Of course, it's Friday. We have a fantastic show. Sit back, take your shoes off, have a cuppa. Hey.
What's a cupper?
Oh, a cup of tea.
Oh,
a cup of tea.
okay.
I remember that one.
Cuppa.
I like
Yeah,
that.
me too.
Okay.
My Australian culture and sayings and phrases is growing each and every day.
Good.
You're so
I'm pleased to
worldly.
hear it. Hey, I want to say we were so blessed last night as a team to be invited to Doug's premiere.
Yes,
Now, I'm probably going to say it wrong. Bell Breezing
and the Gilded
and the
Age
Gilded, yes,
of
that's
the
it.
Bluegrass.
Which was fantastic.
Oh, and it was sold out
Sorry,
at the
and
Kentucky Theater. Packed house,
it was a
1800.
documentary. It was absolutely fabulous. It's an hour long. Go ahead and see it, everyone. It really was. Very proud of our Doug that he
Absolutely.
pulled that
Yeah.
together.
Filled the whole theater, obviously caused
Jam-packed.
a talk of the town there for Thursday evening. But yeah,
Well,
good
that's
to
right,
see
it was
that.
Thursday.
Yeah, and we're all kind of paying for it today too.
Yeah.
Some of us stayed up past our bedtimes
You
to
did.
hang
But
out
it was
with
worth
Doug.
it. It was a lot of fun. We're very
The
proud of
minute it
Doug.
was over, I was out that door like no tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm like, I need to get home and get to bed.
No,
Yeah.
not all of us did that.
I know you
Not
didn't.
you.
Hey, I just thought this was a really interesting topic, and
Okay.
it makes you feel good for a Friday and puts faith back into
Yeah.
the human,
I like
the
this
human race.
story.
A staff member at a California Goodwill store learned the true meaning of the phrase "one man's trash is another man's treasure" when she discovered $8,000 in cash in the pocket of a donated shirt. Now, the shirt belonged to Bob Hoffman, and who has secretly been stashing away money for the last 6 years, hoping to surprise his wife with a vacation. Now, not knowing his plan, his wife, of course, donated the shirt, didn't know that the money was in there, freaks out. The husband can't find the shirt in the closet, freaks out, says to the wife, "What did you do?" She told him, she gave it to Goodwill. They called the Goodwill, they found it, it was all okay. Here's my question to you, though.
I like
He's
this
been
story.
saving for 6 years for the vacation. Or was he a vacation with the wife?
Yeah.
Or running away from the wife?
The theory,
there for a
the
long
theory
time.
is that she always wanted to go to Italy. This is
Yeah.
his way of saving. At least
I think it's beautiful.
that's his story, and he's sticking to it. Who knows what that money was actually
Yeah,
for?
I think it's a very, very sweet story, but it kind of makes me think, is it okay to hide money from your spouse that they don't know about?
Well, that's a good
What do you guys
question.
think? Because I know some couples they openly keep things separate checking accounts, but if you have a joint checking account, is it okay to keep something secretive? And do you see that as a bit of a betrayal, or would you be fine with that?
8 years has been a long time to save up for that money.
Yeah, it's been in a closet of all
6 years
places
for
too, in a
$8,000.
shirt pocket or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was his good shirt, and she just, got rid of it on him.
Well, it was an apricot type of shirt. I'm surprised
Right.
he kept it for 6 years. Look,
But would you be okay with that?
You know what? And Katie, I guess.
Like you hear women or
Yeah.
men saying they're keeping money because maybe they have a prenup or something, and this is a separate
Oh.
account they're keeping just in case. Then they have something the other partner
Running
doesn't
away
know
money.
about. Both sexes can do that,
Yeah.
Because then if something goes wrong in the marriage,
Running away
that's
money.
not money you have to claim and split. So what do you think?
I don't really have a problem with it, but if you did run away, I would make sure I found out how much it was that you were stashing. That would
And
come off your
get
alimony.
half of it?
Yes.
I
I don't
think-
like it.
I think, I understand the separate bank accounts, but if you're both on the same page that you're financially responsible, I think you could, have one bank account. But I think if you could save in moderation, maybe, an allotment, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
here's your cut, you can do whatever you want with this. Like my dad gets his fantasy football stash every fall, and that's it. He gets
Oh, really?
that's
Your mum hands out the cash?
Well, she says that's your take
Oh,
it and that's
interesting.
yours. Or, for example, he built model railroads growing up.
Yeah.
Well, when I was younger, so he would have his savings just for that. That was
Look,
like his
actually,
thing.
you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother was very similar. We grew up on horse studs, and he would have his horse money.
Okay.
And I remember he was, they separated, but they never divorced. And he called me once and he said, "Your mother stole all my horse money."
Oh.
And I was like, "What?" And he said, "That separate account I had for years, she stole it all." I
Oh,
went,
wow.
"She's in the paddock next door to you. Just go and ask her for the money back." Like, it's no
Right.
big deal. So I guess that, you can have secret stashes. I think if you're honest about it, he was doing a good thing. It was
Oh, I
for
think
his,
that
you
is
know.
a very
Yeah.
sweet
Yeah.
story. And she really wanted to go to Italy, so I'm glad they got the money back.
But every now and again, you just pull out the credit card and you have to buy something you see online. I mean,
You just gotta
we're
do it.
all
We're all
guilty
Gotta
of
do
that.
More here.
Mainly that,
More
but
here.
No, I don't have to pull it out because I already have my number
Oh,
in
it's
on my
embedded?
Amazon
Oh, I
account,
got
and
you.
that's the only place I shop online.
Probably a third of my wardrobe is kind of just impulse, like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
A
love
lot of
Amazon.
impulses?
Oh. Shopping wise, and you're just moving
I'd
on.
love to take you shopping one day and see what you go for.
Yeah, I see the
We
look.
should film
the
that.
look you give me every day
I
when
was,
I sit
was
down
there.
here.
We went to Ross and bought a shirt and a tie once,
It was
and
actually
I bought
the
something.
shirt.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
that shirt.
It's
Sweet.
$12
That's
in
sweet.
case you were wondering.
Hey, no, it
That
wasn't.
was a
I
good
didn't-
deal. It was
Why?
a good, we are bargain
Because
shoppers.
she
We are
is
bargain
she's
shoppers.
the bargain queen, and I was so
Yeah.
proud of myself. I'm
Well,
like, this is
I'm
normally.
pleased
you
for
know.
you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Good.
Hey, something that could be happening here in Kentucky when it comes to religious
Yeah,
teachings.
we want to talk about some new legislature going on right now. Now, the state Senate bill, there's a new one that just passed a committee. It would require public schools to offer an elective course on the history of the Bible. So the course would be elective, but every public school would be required to have it. This is Senate Bill 138. Now, right now, the ACLU and the Kentucky Council for Churches are opposing this. They're saying that it steps on religious freedoms because they're only required to offer history of the Bible. Now, when I was in high school, I was required to take a religious studies class, but it was, I think, 4 or 5 major religions covered in there. So what the ACLU and that group of churches are saying, they're saying that all these faiths should be included in the elected class. But a lot of people deeply religious here believe that you should learn about
went to
the Bible.
public school, though,
and
right?
this is for public school, and I
Okay.
went to public school as well.
Me
So
as well.
what was your experience in school? Were you taught religion or the history of these contexts, and do you think it should be
We
required?
didn't have a class offered that was the history of religion. I'd say most of the time religion came up, it was kind of in like a world history.
Religious studies.
Going,
type of
you know, going through the years of time, you know,
Yeah.
dating
Yeah.
back to the first
Well-
people in Mesopotamia, you know, they had their religious beliefs too.
And I think you know, I also went to a public school earlier on in my schooling, but then I
Okay.
went to a boys' Catholic school in high school. So we had religious studies every day, of course. But I think what's interesting is that is that conversation. It's opening up that conversation that, you know, you don't have to just talk about the Bible. I
Right.
think it's okay at school to have a conversation about many religions and many faiths. I don't have an issue with it. I find it fascinating.
Do you think it should be
myself.
required?
To talk about all faiths and religions?
Or just any religious studies in general? This would, this would require them to offer the class on the Bible only, but I don't know. I kind of do think that religious studies should be required, but I think it should be multi-faith because then you leave high school educated, but I think it should include more than one religion.
I believe, and this is just purely my belief, that I believe in Heavenly Father and God. Do I go to church every week? No. Do I pray every day? I think it's nice to have some form of faith that
Yeah.
works for you in your life.
I agree.
And if you are lucky enough to be in a school that offers all different types of faith,
Yeah.
you get to choose what you take from that particular faith.
And the reason
yeah.
I like this bill is because it is an elective. They're not saying you are going to take this class and you're going to like it. People are taking it under their own will. And let's face it, religion a huge part of Kentucky culture.
Yeah.
We are. They call it the Bible Belt for a reason. We do have a lot of practicing Christians and
Yeah.
all other religions too. But they're just saying, you know, it's there if you want to take the class. You don't have to. You have that option. I think if they said it was mandatory, I don't think it would have went through the proper, you know,
Channels.
government
Yeah.
process.
Has it been approved?
No, this is moving through our state legislature right
Right.
now. It's passed a committee. It will go on further. I'd like to see it even expand more. I'd like it to be required, but teach kids about all religions
Aspects,
because
yeah.
how many times, you know, when I graduated from high school and I went to college, I was coming across kids for the first time of different faiths that were Muslim or deeper Christianity that I had experienced, and I didn't know how to
Hindu,
relate to them
Buddhism,
because
you know,
I
like-
wasn't familiar with the religion. So I would have liked to have just a little more context for myself, you know,
Well,
dealing
agree.
out in the
Even-
world.
I agree.
Even
I'd like
so,
it.
taking a foreign language class, like when I took Spanish for 4
Yeah,
years in high
I had
school,
that required.
you actually, you know, you learn a lot about the culture of the
Yeah.
Spanish people too, and religion somewhat tied in. So I mean, there's ways that you learn about it, but yeah. And
Yeah, I agree.
I like it.
Hey, something that I
This
find
is-
interesting is, you know, everyone knows Troy isn't what I was born with as my name because we've talked about it before.
But he
And
won't
we're
tell us
going
his
to-
name. He won't
we're
tell us
going
his
to
real
get to the
name.
bottom of this, and it's
That will
going to be
never happen.
our highest rated show ever.
Yeah.
I'm going to
We
call
need
your-
to just sneak into
I'm
his
gonna
HR
call some
file.
family down in Australia, and I'm going to say, hey,
Call Double Dan. Called Double Dan.
Oh, he will
Oh
find
yeah,
out.
he'll let us know.
Popular unisex gender names for 2017.
We know a few of these, but these are the lists that are trending this year. So it could be a world where gender can be divisive, but parents are considering going down the gender-neutral role with the name that doesn't necessarily scream male or female.
Well,
And with
Quincy,
that,
I think, is male.
I think it
No,
could
I've
go
heard of that as female.
go
I like
male
it
and
as
female.
a female name too.
Remy, interesting. Winter, okay. Ellis, I like that name for a boy or a girl.
Remy just makes me think of House of Cards.
Briar, interesting. Indigo, I'm not into the
That's a
color
girl
thing.
name.
Yeah, not into the colors. Sage,
Girl's name.
Sage. I always think
No, I've
of
seen a lot of boys
the-
named Sage.
you know the spice
Really?
with cooking with sage. Yeah, Sasha and Ray. I think Ray for a female would have to be kind of either
Well,
way. Well, what about
Like,
like
that's
a,
my sister's middle name. I see a lot of females with Ray as their middle name. I do see that a lot.
Well, no, I have a girlfriend in Australia. Her name's Ray, and I always thought of. I always tried to add extra syllables to it to make it sound Raylene. You know, like she hated it, but
Raylene.
I couldn't cope with calling her Ray.
I like just adding it on. Like my sister's name is Nikki. I always call her Nikki Ray or Nick Ray.
okay?
She'll
Okay.
kill me.
What is the word?
I can't believe Peyton wasn't on there. I feel like that is easy.
Oh, that's a
girl's
good
name.
unisex name.
No way. Peyton Manning, like
Peyton
the
Manning?
quarterback. Yeah.
The minute that came out of my mouth, I thought, "Shut up, Troy. You just."
It's all right.
Yeah.
So
We'll
will
let
you
this
tell
one
us your
slide.
name now?
Never.
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 We'll get it. I promise. I promise. As
Well, what were the popular names for?
these are the voted worst names.
Oh, the
And
worst names.
This is from Reddit from 2016.
bad.
So these are people actually sounding up. We can pull them up. All right, Elizabeth. What is that? It just makes me think of bad breath.
Thank you.
Maverick.
Well,
But
that's cute.
why would
I
you
don't like
spell
that
it
spelling,
that way?
but I like the name Maverick.
Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about
No.
that. Olivia, but again, the goofy
Weird
spelling. Ian. I mean, maybe in different cultures you could get away with that.
Well, that's more Greek, the way that's pronounced.
okay.
Okay, I like it.
How about naming your baby just baby? Why would you do that? Danger. Danger, kind of, for the punk rock infant.
And these are the worst names. Tell me they are the worst names.
Yeah, they are. Beverly, Harley Quinn. I think this is something we're really going to run into in the next couple of years with the Frosted movie coming out. How many Elsas there's
Yeah,
going to
I
be,
got
and
you.
other, cartoon-related names, and then America, which,
Oh.
I guess it's patriotic, but
It's almost. I
but
have to
that
be,
poor kid is going to get picked.
Can I just say,
I
it's
like it.
almost like you weren't educated to come up with those names.
Or
The
spell them
spelling
that
of-
way, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And I mean, you could go the route of changing your name when you're older, but for a lot of people,
You could go Troy's route.
What?
yeah, just-
Change your name.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
what? No, Troy is spelled Troy, Troy.